Hey, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Trinity John here from Simpler Trading. Let's go ahead and go over the neutral strategy. How did we do last week? And what to expect going into this week and how we're going to create this blueprint. This should be pretty straightforward for today. So, yes, you did get the buy trigger over 568.85 last week. You did hit T1, T2, came short just of T3, started to get some pretty downturn signals here. And of course, price just kind of came right back down, keeping the overall week really neutral from its opening range from Monday to Friday. The what I'm looking for in the future is these edges here, and this is letting me know that it's going to be pretty tight going into this week until one of those levels break down as well. Because of that, our blueprint for this week should be pretty straightforward. Over here on the QQQ, same thing. We got the buy signal, whether you took it on the break or you took it on the close, it worked really well to the upside. I heard a couple stories this past week that some traders actually took a loss, but then turned around for a gain to the upside. I'm always wanting to know how you guys did on the neutral strategy this past week. Please let me know whether you want to put it here on the YouTube comments or just come into the room and let me know as well in the off topic section. Okay. Anyways, same thing here. I'm noticing that our future edges are pretty much in the same areas where I'd expect buyers to come in and or sellers. So let's get started with this week's. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the neutral strategy because we have not broke down to the downside yet. And because of that, then I want to still use the same levels that I have for the downside. Okay. All right. And then moving over here to the upside, I'm just going to use the trendy edges that we already have in place. And this should make it really simple. So let's start here with the SPY to the upside. We're going to take these away. All right. I'm going to take these off. We're going to leave the 578. Matter of fact, here, I need a Control Z. I'm going to leave this one because we didn't touch it. And I'm going to place this here for that trendy edge. Okay. And then we are going to Control Z here. I'm just trying to straighten it up. So 575.58 right there. And then 578.85 right there. All right. And then to the downside, we have the neutral and a little bit more of a advanced way of trading this is knowing that any level to the downside is support until proven otherwise. So if we do break down and hit this level, I would expect us to bounce back up. Because of that, I'm going to place this target here based on these edges. Let's say that we gap down in here, and let's say that we start to break back above, then your first target is going to be here, target 2 here, target 3 here, target 4 there. To the downside, I'm going to leave these in here. That means we'd have to have a really big down move this week to see these targets. And I like that because really we're just kind of range bound and the quarterly candle closes this week. So I like what we have in here. If you want an advanced approach to shorting, because you would have to wait so long before you go short at 563, an advanced approach would be on the, let's say that we open up and the market gaps up. Then I would be looking at going short using this trendy edge and seeing if we can roll over from there and then covering when we get back to these levels to the downside. Okay. Two different approaches I want to go over really fast. If we were to bounce to the upside, conservative, wait for it to go above, and don't go short unless we break back down above this 573. Then look to go short, place your stop over here on the highs, whatever the pivot high is. The pivot high could be up here, all right, but use this one. Wait for it to roll over, go short, and then you would trim here, and trim in here, okay? On the longs, if we were to gap down tomorrow and open up at around 568, I'm looking for buyers to come in. A couple reasons because that's the level that was there last week. And the second reason would be that's the lower trendy edge right there. Okay. Again, if we break down below that, then your opportunity to be an aggressive seller and a more advanced approach is being short underneath this level in this 568.85 and having your stops above here and then trading to the downside and then covering at any level that you see. So there. Okay. Let's go over here into the QQQ. We hit the trendy supply zone here. We came up and hit target 3. If you remember from last week, we were using the dash levels as targets as well. Those worked really well. I'm going to take these off, and I am going to place a couple new levels. We're going to come up here. We're going to use, let's just use the daily edge, okay? And we are going to use, actually, we're just going to use this. This is what we're going to do. Just going to use the future monthly edge right here. And same way, more of an advanced approach is if we were to gap up towards the weekly edge, look to go short once we roll over and break back down. Go short with your stops above here, okay? And then we cover on the way down into these targets. Advanced approach on the move to the upside. If we open up around this 485.50, then look to go long on a reclaim and then trimming out at 488.44 and then perhaps right up here towards the 492. So that's what I want to do is I know that we have two close levels here. I'm going to actually take this one off. Okay, and I'm going to add this right here. And so you would have target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4. All right. And neutral. And of course, guys, you don't have to do like an advanced approach if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything in the neutral. Just, basically you can choose not to trade and wait for it to reclaim that neutral to look to go long or wait before it breaks down. Another way is I'm trying to give you different options here. Let's just say we break down, some kind of news is out there, markets break down. It comes in here. Again, just stay neutral. Don't do anything because it will most likely catch people on the downside trying to buy puts. It'll break to the upside. You can use any upper level up here if you're wanting to get short. I'd much rather, instead of trying to go short on a move down, like a gap down, I would rather wait for it to bounce towards a level. So being that, this, and trying to go short from there. My overall sentiment is really important for the broad market analysis. I said a lot of caution this week. I'm always bullish, but at levels. So in saying that, I don't want to go long if we gap down unless we're at a level. This is a level. This is a level. This is a level. Okay. This green level is a demand zone, demand zone. Same thing. If we gap down on the Qs, I don't want to go long unless we're at these levels. Okay. So targets to the upside, we've changed those. We've added a couple in here. This is what we have. I do realize that we're making lower highs on both of these, but we did close at or around levels. Let's see what happens on tonight's open. These are my SPY and QQQ neutral strategy for this week. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and we'll see you soon.